Operations management. Operations management is the administration of business practices to create the highest level of efficiency possible within an organization. It is concerned with converting materials and labor into goods and services as efficiently as possible to maximize the profit of an organization. 1. Definition. Operations management is an area of management concerned with overseeing, designing, and controlling the process of production and redesigning business operations in the production of goods or services. It involves the responsibility of ensuring that business operations are efficient in terms of using as few resources as needed and effective in terms of meeting customer requirements. Operations management is concerned with managing the process that converts inputs in the forms of raw materials, machines, labor, management, capital, energy, etc., into outputs in the form of goods and/or services. In this second part of the course, we will take a look at management methods and analytical techniques to perform more efficient and more effective operations and production processes. For example, you will learn the essentials of value and supply chain management by carrying out a value chain analysis as well as a VIRO analysis of resources. The basics of business decision management by carrying out break-even analysis and drawing decision trees. The fundamentals of inventory management by carrying out an ABC analysis as well as using the reorder point model. 2. Basic principles. Before discussing the first practical tools, it makes sense to get familiar with some of the fundamental rules of successful operations management. Below, you can find a list of essential principles that are important to understand the driving forces behind decisions about planning, designing, and organizing processes. These basic rules are embracing the idea of focusing on the delivery, supporting the organization to deliver better results, and optimizing the input of materials, equipment, technology, and human resources. Dr. Richard J. Schoenberger, a renowned researcher of American manufacturing, has become widely known in operations management for his set of customer-focused principles. Continual, rapid improvement. Aim for non-stop improvement to always deliver the best quality. Aim for a quicker response to customer demand. And always offer maximum flexibility. Team up with customers. Know what they buy and use, and organize product families accordingly. Focus. Allow no variations that the customers don't buy or demand. Organize resources. Set priorities in organizing resources in a way the operations are close to the customer rate of use or demand. Maintain equipment. Always think of improvement of current assets first. Keep the equipment as simple and flexible as possible. Cut times. Shorten product path to the customer by making processes and delivery faster. Cut setup. Be prepared to support different processes and get all information and tools ready for on-demand production. Pull system. Improve the workflow and cut the waste by producing on demand. Total quality control. Use only the best materials, processes, and partners. Fix causes. Focus on controlling the root causes that really affect cost and performance. In operation management, there are 3 focused discussions. 1. Value chain management. 2. Inventory management. 3. Business decision management. Value chain management. With ever-increasing competition for unbeatable prices, exceptional products, and customer loyalty, businesses must continually evaluate the value they create. In this chapter, you will learn how successful value chain management can give businesses an advantage over their competition. 1. Value chain analysis. The value chain analysis, or VCA, is a process where a firm identifies its primary and support activities that add value to its final product and then analyzes these activities to reduce costs or increase differentiation. The goal is to recognize which activities are the most valuable to the firm and which ones could be improved to provide a competitive advantage. In other words, by looking into internal activities, the analysis reveals where a firm's competitive advantages or disadvantages are. As pointed out earlier in this course, a firm that competes through differentiation advantage will try to perform its activities better than competitors would do. If it competes through cost advantage, It will try to perform internal activities at lower costs than competitors would do. When a company is capable of producing goods at lower costs than the market price or to provide superior products, it earns profits. Michael Porter introduced the generic value chain model in 1985. The value chain represents all the internal activities a firm engages in to produce goods and services. Below you can see Porter's value chain model. The value chain is formed of primary activities that add value to the final product directly and support activities that add value indirectly. Although primary activities add value directly to the production process, they are not necessarily more important than support activities. Nowadays, competitive advantage mainly derives from technological improvements or innovations in business models or processes. Therefore, support activities are often the most important source of differentiation advantage. On the other hand, primary activities are usually the source of cost advantage, where costs can be easily identified for each activity and properly managed. 2. VRIO Framework. The VRIO framework is a tool that is used to analyze a company's internal resources. It tries to find out if they can be a source of sustained competitive advantage. In order to become a source of sustained competitive advantage, resources must have 3 attributes. They need to be valuable, rare, and costly to imitate. Additionally, a firm must be organized to capture the value of the resources. A resource that meets all 4 requirements can bring sustained competitive advantage for the company. Value. Does the resource add value by enabling a firm to exploit opportunities or defend against threats? If the answer is yes, then a resource is considered valuable. Resources are also valuable if they help organizations to increase the perceived customer value. This is done by increasing differentiation or in decreasing the price of the product. The resources that cannot meet this condition will lead to competitive disadvantage. Rareness. How rare or limited is the resource? Resources that can only be acquired by one or very few companies are considered rare. Rare and valuable resources grant temporary competitive advantage. However, a firm should not neglect resources that are valuable but common. Losing valuable resources and capabilities would hurt an organization because they are essential for staying in the market. Imitability. How difficult is it to imitate the resource? A resource is costly to imitate if other organizations are unable to imitate, buy, or substitute it at a reasonable price. Imitation can occur in 2 ways: by directly imitating or duplicating the resource or providing a comparable product or service, or substituting. Organization. Is the organization able to use the resources properly? The resources themselves do not confer any advantage for a company if it's not organized to capture the value from them. A firm must organize its management systems, processes, operations, and organizational structure to be able to fully realize the potential of its valuable, rare, and costly to imitate resources. Only if this is the case, sustained competitive advantage can be achieved.
Yes, see you on
Feel
the
okay?
top.
Feeling good?
Okay, see you on the top.
Yes.